Dreamscape presents Flowers for the Sea by Zin E. Rocklyn, narrated by Amina Koroma. Author's note. For my readers, Flowers for the Sea contains depictions of infant harm and death, the realities of birth, and generational trauma. Part 1. Buried. The children imitate razor fangs, and I am without yet another night's rest. The swell of my belly increases with each new dawn, my joints all filled with useless fluid, hindering movement and completion of daily tasks. I abhor my present state, but termination is not an option. As I've been told to the point of biliousness, this child must be born. 1743 days at sea. Recollections of a life without the current in our legs is the stuff of fables and fairy tales. We trade stories. The babes listen in wonder, having taken their first steps on this cursed boat, their disbelief palpable. Teens brood in mildewed corners, hissing at daylight and orders to earn their keep. The girls bleed late, and we are eternally thankful to the godless depths below. We rot in anger and loneliness. And every once in a while, an affliction is cast upon we birthing folk. I am the only to carry this far. 40 have perished for the sake of continuing our wretched lineage, their blood stained on our deck. One fetus managed to cry out before it suffocated on its own defects. The men mourned more than we, the bodies afflicted with this failure. We turned away from the sight of the young ones, sending their contemporary to its watery grave. I took Hirat that night, and many after. I lost myself in the heat of his heartache, the wetness of his sorrow, the pulse of his resolution. He was one of the few who hadn't tried to dive deep. He stood at the bow of our boat, greeting the orange of the sky with determination in his eyes and a faith unrivaled. Even as time ate away at the fat of his cheeks, the bulk of his chest, the baritone of his voice, he stood tall, giving the weakest of us something like hope. I hate him for it. Hope has no place on this vessel of death and disease, aimless and everlasting in its path. We'd fled the soil. Once it was clear, the water's appetite for it was insatiable. Sand dunes and lowlands were not enough. Walls of stone and brick, huts of clay and blood, all torn away in the teeth of the rising tides. Hills wore away. Plateaus stopped.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?